Hello, Whitesville Elementary. It's me, Miss Gillis, and I hope that you are having the best summer ever. I can't wait to see you so soon. But until then, stay tuned for a special read aloud from one of my favorite authors, Julia Cook. I am in my sunroom this summer. This is my favorite cozy spot at home to read. While you're at home, where's your favorite cozy spot to read? Maybe it's outside in the yard. Maybe it's somewhere special in your bedroom. With help from your family, comment below the video with a picture of you in your favorite reading spot. Until then, let's check out one of my favorite stories in the Responsible Me series by Julia Cook, But It's Not My Fault. My name is Norman David Edwards, but I like to be called Noodle. Sometimes things happen to me that get me into trouble, but it's not my fault. Things just aren't the way they should be. I feel like everybody's always picking on me. I always get blamed, and it's not my fault. Seems like I'm the only one that ever gets caught. He did it again. Quit it. Teacher, Noodle did it. Ooh. Have you ever been around someone that seems to think it's always someone else's fault? Yesterday, I didn't get my math homework done, but it wasn't my fault. Last night, I had to go to my big brother's basketball game, and it went into overtime. And by the time I finally got home, it was too late to do my homework, so my mom made me go to bed. After morning recess, we all headed to the library to work on our science reports. I'm pretty sure recess wasn't long enough. I had so much extra energy, I jumped up high and tried to touch the light. On the way down, Marigold got in my airspace and her head hit my arm. Ouch! Teacher, Noodle hit me. But it's not my fault. I felt kind of twitchy and my legs needed to jump. It wasn't my fault, my arm did it, and it was just a little bump. I got sent to the end of the line. Rats. When I got to the library, I couldn't work on my report on the duck-billed platypus because the media specialist wouldn't let me check out the book I needed. Noodle, I'm sorry, but you need to bring your overdue book back before you can check out that new book. But it's not my fault. I looked at my backpack this morning as soon as I got to school. My mom didn't remind me to put it in there, so please, can you bend the rules? Nope. Rats. It seems like Noodle is putting a lot of blame on other people for his problems. In PE, Ross Gray tripped me on purpose and then laughed at me when I fell down. So I pushed him over. Teacher, Noodle pushed me, but it's not my fault. Noodle did it. Ross Gray tripped me on purpose, and that made me feel really bad. And then he laughed when I fell, which made me really mad. My hands were so mad, they pushed Ross even though my brain told me not to. Things just aren't the way they should be. I feel like everybody's always picking on me. I always get blamed and it's not my fault. Seems like I'm the only one that ever gets caught. Let's pause for a second. Have you ever had angry hands or maybe seen someone with angry hands that acted before their brain told their body to stop? Noodle, please use your listening ears while I'm giving instructions. But it's not my fault. Georgie talked to me first. Noodle, please stop lollygagging. It's time to get started. But it's not my fault. I was born this way. Besides, the pencil sharpener needed to be emptied. Noodle, remember not to interrupt when somebody else is talking. But it's not my fault. My mouth is addicted to talking. Noodle, we don't stick our tongue out at other kids, but it's not my fault. TJ did it to me first and then stared at me, so I had to do it back to him. Besides, it doesn't say we can't do that in the handbook. Just as my teacher was about to say noodle for the 50,000th time, the bell rang. Phew. Noodle, my teacher said, please stay after for a minute so we can have a talk. Rats. Today, you had a really rough day, but it's not my fault. Noodle, there are no buts in my sentence. Today, you had a really rough day, and tomorrow is a brand new day. I can't wait to see what you do with your tomorrow. Have a safe walk home. When I walked into my house, my mom gave me the unibrow. Rats. Noodle, I got an email from your teacher. She said you had a really rough day at school. But it's not my fault. I didn't get my homework done because the game went late and you made me go to bed. Recess wasn't long enough and my legs needed to jump. Marigold got in my airspace and her head hit my arm. I couldn't do my report on the duck-billed platypus because the media specialist wouldn't let me check out the book I needed because you forgot to remind me to put my overdue book in my backpack this morning. Ross Gray tripped me and laughed when I fell down, and that made my hands mad. Georgie talked to me first. The pencil sharpener needed to be emptied. My mouth is addicted to talking. And it doesn't say in the school handbook that I can't stick my tongue out at people. Besides, I had to. TJ was staring at me, and he did it to me first. Things just aren't the way they should be. I feel like everybody's always picking on me. I always get blamed, and it's not my fault. Seems like I'm the only one that ever gets caught. Noodle did that. Noodle did it. Stop it, Noodle. Poor me. I keep hearing that same phrase. It's not my fault. Noodle, I'm not talking about whose fault it is. I'm talking about whose responsibility it is. Huh? You are responsible for the things that you do, for your choices at home and your choices at school. Blaming others is a reason, but it's not an excuse. If you keep playing this game, you surely will lose. What could Noodle lose? You are in charge of letting me know when you have homework. You are in charge of returning your library books. And you are in charge of your legs, your arms, your hands, your voice, and your tongue. Today, you made a few mistakes, and it caused your day to be rough. But don't blame others for your poor choices, because that will make your life tough. Instead, focus on what needs to be done whenever you make a mistake. Own up and become more responsible for the choices you make. Noodle, everybody makes mistakes. Mistakes can be a good thing because every time you make one, it gives you a chance to learn something. If you blame other people for your mistakes, you give away your chances to learn. Don't make an excuse when you do something wrong. Just own it and say, yep, I did that. Now what can I do to improve the situation? Noodle, I love you with all my heart. I wish I could wave this wand and solve all your problems for you, but I can't. My job is to teach you to become your own problem solver. The next time you make a mistake, on the inside think, yep, that was me. It's going to be hard, but like everyone says, the good stuff in life is not free. Don't be a blamer. You're better than that. Use your mistakes to help you grow. Get rid of that phrase, but it's not my fault, and show the world how much you know. Maybe my mom was right. Maybe I was blaming others for my mistakes. Yep, I guess I made a few wrong choices today. The next day I turned in my overdue book and checked out the book I needed for my report on the duck-billed platypus. When I walked into the classroom, my teacher whispered, "Noodle, yesterday you had a really rough day, and today is a brand new day. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it." Then she said, "Class, it's time for me to collect those rough drafts of your science papers." When she got to my desk, I said, "I don't have mine done, but it's but it's gonna be done by tomorrow morning. I just checked out the book that I needed. Way to go, Noodle. You did it. You took responsibility for your actions. I am so proud of how brave you are. As a reward, I'm going to give you an extra day to get your rough draft done. When you hand it in tomorrow, it won't be counted late. But my brother has another basketball game tonight, and I guess I won't be going. Rats. I love this story because Noodle is a great example of what it looks like to be a responsible leader. The leader inside of me is not just during the school year. The leader inside of me is all the time, everywhere I am, whether it's on the baseball field, playing with my neighborhood friends, doing my chores at home. These are all examples of how I can be a leader and how I can take responsibility for my actions. I am so proud of you today, tomorrow, and always. Thanks for reading with me, and I will see you soon. Bye.